close.
Apa dia?
Yang ni jangan close.
Yang mana?
Yang ada view. Kalau nak open portal pakai ni.
Okay.
Yang satu tu jangan close
Okay. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Good? Hello? Good or not good? Okay, this is our last class. And this is today is your chance to show your draft assignment if you have one.
Yang merah ni.
Mic merah ni. Kenapa?
Merah. Ada merah. Kan?
Apa maksud dia biru merah?
Dia mute tadi. Okay.
Blue I can talk. Red they cannot hear me. Okay. Should be blue lah. Thank you. Today agenda is very short. I'm going to talk a little bit about public sector accounting, and then second one is to talk about a pricing strategy or policy, and third one we're going through our last week assignment that I gave it to you, polemic limited. This is about break-even analysis. If you haven't tried yet, then you should have a chance today. Number 4, your assignment. Your draft, you should have completed your draft, and then if we have done, talk a little bit about your final examination. I cover this topic, public sector accounting and also pricing strategies, due to the fact that it was in the final exam for previous to examination. So that I think, and it was appeared in section B. Section B, where you are given a choice to answer 2 questions out of 3, and the format for part B is that it's more on the your understanding of the theory, and then some application of this theory. So as such, you have to be able to state the theory, and then you should be able to describe and explain what is the theory is all about. Plus, you must also give an example of the current situation or current business happening or strategy or whatever that is current. So meaning you have to understand the theory, you have to be able to apply the theory, and then you should be able to explain to the examiners what you understand. Okay. So let's go to what is public sector accounting. Public sector means what? So far we have talked about business. We talked about a company. It is all about ownership. In our countries, which is in terms of economy, we are applying, or we are using what we call it capitalists. Those who have capitals should be able to start a business and are allowed to possess your own property, to possess your own asset, right? If you buy a house, the house will be registered at the land office and under your name, right? So mean you are able to have your own asset, your own property. If you buy a car, your car will be registered at the Jabatan Pengangkutan Jalan under your name, right? So you are the owner of this car or the house. So this means it's in our country, in our economic system, private ownership is allowable, is permitted. Some country doesn't, right? If you go to China last time, before they open up the economy, all property are under the state, no private owned property. So in the capitalist economy, we are allowed to have our own property, but not all property are private. How about land? How about railways? How about roads, highways? How about hospitals? Is it owned by the private? No, right? It's owned by the government. So things that are not registered under the private ownership is what we call as a public. Senang cakap it's a government, kerajaan punya harta, kerajaan punya harta kerajaan is what we call a public sector, not a private sector. So the purpose of public sector should not be profit oriented. It should be giving what? Services to the people, right? Services to the public. So we can drive a car on the highway. We can ride on the train. So these are what it calls public public services. But some public services has been privatized in our country for the past around 3 decades or 30 years. Can you give an example? Or Mr. here? Used to be TNB, right? Used to be what? Lembaga Elektrik Negara. What else? Syabas. What else? Jabatan Telekom. Now is Telekom Malaysia. So there are pros and cons when public services has been utilized. Yeah, they've been privatized. Why do you think that this public service has been transformed into a private company? What do you want? Standardized. Standardized what? I see. Standardized private. What else? Our missus here. What do you think is some public services have been changed to private? We are talking about what? Efficiency, right? We are talking about the government's liabilities, government burdens, right? Okay. So when we have privatized a company, privatized a public company, we are talking about a private is a profit-oriented, right? We want to decrease shareholder prices, right? Because some of the we'll talk about it later. Most of the public companies is financed by us, right? By the people's money, people fund. Okay. So we are expecting so that when we privatize this public company, then we increase the profit and increase the shareholder value. This is what we want. And some public company cannot be privatized. Like what? Hospital. Even though we have a private hospital, but then we still need government hospital, right? Not all. How about police? Can we privatize police? Of course cannot, right? How about the fire department? Also cannot. If we privatize fire department, what happened? We call the fire department. So we have fire here, or where? Say that here, or you haven't paid your bill, so we cannot come, right? So not all should be can be privatized. We talk about pros about the privatization. How about the cons? How about the disadvantages of privatization? Monopoly. That's correct, monopoly. What else? What is the disadvantage of privatization? No competition. No competition. Monopoly, same competition. What else? How about pricing to the consumers? Rate. It will increase, right? Because private company, business company, the nature is to increase shareholder value. So when the cost is high, they will pass the cost to consumers, right? Okay. So if in a monopolistic economy, what happens? So if there is no good check and balance, then it's going to be the people is going to be suffer, right? This rate of electricity increase, rate of water increase, rate of gas increase also. These are consumable things that needs by the people, by the common peoples. Okay, so the nature of public sector is to provide services. Second is to provide benefit to everyone within normally accepted norm. For example, it's health services. Achieve certain minimum standard of services. Substitute central or local planning in place of consumer choice. So these are some of the objective, some of the nature of public sector. So the main thing is to provide services to the people. So we have seen the difference between the private sector and the public sector. Private sector is looking to increase profit, to increase shareholder values. But for public sector, it's more on giving good and better services to the public. So we should not look at the profit side, because public sector is looking as a benefit to the society as a whole, to the people as a whole, so benefit to the people, common peoples. Especially if you are living in town, in the city like us, so the middle group is the main group in the society. We have high income group, low income group, and we have a middle income group. So the middle income group should be broader, otherwise it's going to be chaos in the society. If we have too much people on the bottom line of the society, lower income group, and the middle income group very small, and we have a big high income group, then what happens? It's not going to be good, right? And normally the middle income group is going to be a little bit hard, especially in the city, because if there is a price increases in any good or services, they want that we will suffer. I myself I would say I'm in the middle income group. So when the price of petrol increases, or price of sugar increases, or price of any good services, it gives me a very hard effect on my life, on my day-to-day living. Okay, now we have understand between private sector and public sector. So what is the main objective of public sector accounting? Public sector, as I mentioned just now, receive their fund, receive their capital, receive their fund to operate from people money, right? Right or not? Because so the main objective, the first objective of any public accounting is to what they call as stewardship. So the main objective of public accounting to make sure that all the funds that have been received by the public by collecting taxes should be used for the benefit and good of the public. So when a government or local authority spend on, let's say, a hospital, so they must make sure that the hospital must be built according to the spec, according to specification within the time period. We heard many cases, right, when for example, Shah Alam Hospital, it's not been completed for, I think, more than 10 years. So it has been appeared in the in the annual audit by the Auditor General. So, but we have yet to see the action. The hospital has not been completed. We have heard about the roof collapse in Terengganu, right? After completion for 2 or 3 years, the roof collapsed. The stadium, if I'm mistaken, something for the swimming facilities lah. It was collapsed, right? So it must be something wrong with that. Then we have heard about a prison in Sarawak have not been completed for more than 10 years. We have heard about construction of a matric building in Jalan Duta, which have not been completed for more than 15 years. So these are a stewardship of the public money. Public money. We pay tax. We pay sales tax, export tax, road tax, land tax, what else? Now, currently we have a goods and services tax. So many taxes. We have petroleum tax, we have palm oil tax, many taxes. So the first objective of a public sector accounting is to make sure that the public fund must be used at the fullest extent to the benefit and good of the people. So this is the stewardship of the public money, public fund. Recently, we have heard about what? This is the hot topics lah. One MDB. Have you heard about it? Have you heard about it? So this is also a public fund. This has been established in 2009 with a paid-up capital of RM 1 million, 1.0 million. Now is 2015. They have a debt of how many? How many million? What is the value? Anybody can tell me what is the debt? 42 RM 42 what? Ringgit? 1,000? 42 billion. Paid up capital 1 million. Now we have a debt of 42 billion. This is an asset of I don't know how much. So this is something that what we call as a stewardship of the public money, public fund. With only 1 million paid up capital, this one MDB has a debt of 42 billion. Okay, any question? The second one is maintaining a systematic record. Maintaining systematic records. One is financial requirement can be estimated, and the measurement of the use of public fund can be established, and the efficiency and effectiveness can be assessed. Again, annually for government agencies and all related agencies, whether it's what they call is government related companies, GLC, government limited companies, government, all these GLCs will be audited by the Auditor General annually. So they look at how the use of the public fund. So this is where we can assess or know that a ball pen costs 20 ringgit over. A ball pen. How much a ball pen normally you buy? RM5 lah. RM5 is the top end lah. But it can cost to the public department or public sector sometimes RM23. This is something which is very strange lah, to the public. How can a ball pen cost us normally RM2 or RM3, but when the suppliers supply to the government, it costs RM23? So there are more, something very strange. Maybe this thing, this pens coming from the outer space and it's special space technology to make this ball pen, we don't know. Okay, so these are the things that need to be done by the Auditors General. And in addition to the Auditors General, we also have, I don't know whether it is covered in your auditing classes or not. We also have for the government what they call as BAC, Public Account Committee. Public Account Committee. So the purpose of these committees or these bodies is to have an independent audit or independent assessment for the whole of the department or projects or company. The hot topics now is regarding what? Regarding MAS, right? Malaysian Airline System. Because they are trying to, when the new CEO is coming, so they have a new business plan. The new business plan is that they are going to scrap off or write off the old company and establish a new company. As you know, MAS is a GLC, government-related company. Because most of the fund, most of the capital are coming from the government, from the Ministry of Finance. So what happened is to the old company. So employees need to be laid off, right? And I heard about 6,000 employees will be retrenched by June. So if 6,000 is will give effect to a lot of to the society. Like 6,000 families. It's not a small numbers. From technicals, ground crew, stewardess, maybe pilots, I don't know. So 6,000 will be laid off. So what happened is that in the old MAS, they have a labor union. They have a labor union. So what they want is that MAS to be assessed, to be evaluate the business plan. So this is what the BAC is all about. And this BAC committee should not be coming from the government, Ministry of Finance, or from anything that involved in the old MAS. So it must be coming from the fresh people, not related to the airline business. When the company is from the airline business or the shareholder of the old companies will be biased, right? So it must form, the committee must be formed from the group of people which is not related to the airline. So they can assess the MAS business plan and give to the government an opinion what should be done by MAS. What is their new business strategy, new business planning? Okay, because it's involved a lot number of people. which has been working for us for 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years, meaning they already have a commitment to the family, right? They have to pay for their housing loan, they have to pay for their housing, car, they have to pay for many things, many things. So when they are losing the income from us, losing job, so where are going to do this? Because so a lot of non-performing loans, a lot of bad debts, and this is like a domino effect, like a domino effect to the economy. Okay, and the last one is financial control. The public sector is managed, get a fund from the government, and normally government using what they call as a fiscal policy. What is fiscal policy? Tapi economy bro, macroeconomy. What is fiscal policy? Every year, third weeks of the month of September, October, if I'm not mistaken, we have a national budget, kan? National budget reading by our Prime Minister. So when normally they will tell what is the budget for the following year. So for 2015, the budget will be tabled in 2015. So fiscal policy is how government is going to spend and how to get the fund. Apa yang nak dibelanja dan from what sources. Okay, from what sources. I want to spend 50,000 next year on my housing renovation. So how am I going to get this money? Where is the source of fund? That's for private, for me. But for government, how much they are going to spend for the employee benefit, pay salary, insurance, medical, how much they are going to spend for education, how much they are going to spend for new developments, highways, hospitals, buying an aircraft, buying whatever lah. So how the government spending? How is the government spending? And how they are going to get this income? So normally it's if you learn macroeconomics, it's a tax collected. Is how the government going to get the fund to pay for what they are going to spend next year. If the government spending is more than the government revenue, tax collected, then we have a what? If spending is more than tax collected, this is what they call as a deficit, budget deficit. If spending is less than tax collected, then we have a surplus. So for our budget 2015, do we have surplus or deficit? Deficit, right? We have deficit. In fact, our Malaysian budget has been in the deficit side for the past 5 years. So every year we at the deficit side. So when we have deficit, spending is more than tax collected. How to get the difference? You punya gaji 5,000, you spend 6,500. So means you are deficit of 1,500, right? So how you are going to overcome this deficit? Kami bukan along, kami cuma nak tolong. You borrow money, right? You borrow money, isn't it? Very simple lah. Along kah, credit card kah, personal loan kah. So the government will borrow money from who? How they are going to borrow money? Two ways lah. Kalau government borrow money or they ask the bank negara, hey, Tan Sri ZT, Tan Sri kah? ZT. Saya nak duit boleh chop banyak sikit lah. Kita kurang 30 billion. Can we do that? Can Malaysian government do that? Tak ada duit, telefon bank negara, chop duit 30,000. Can not? Why cannot, Ghaffar?
The currency.
Huh?
The currency
The currency?
will drop.
The currency value will drop. Why? Kalau kita just print money, just say our currency value will drop. Why is drop? Because it's not real, right? It's not backed up by anything. It's not backed up by real economy. If you want to borrow, let's say, if I want to borrow 50,000, what is my backup? Why I need to borrow 50,000? I say because I want to build a house. So this 50,000 is used to build a house, backed by a house, right? But if you have this, let's say 30 billions government without just print the money to get Malaysia. It's not backed by any economy, right? It's nothing. So we cannot the government just cannot call the Federal Reserve Bank, Federal Bank to print money. It must be backed by something. So that's why instead of printing money, they are taking loan, borrow money by government bond. So if that is it, then the government we will issue bond. Bond is if the government borrow money and they are going to pay back within 5 years or 10 years. So this is bond. If the government if the government borrow money and they tend to pay the loan within 1 year, is what I call a treasury bill. Treasury. Okay, short term loan. This one is a long term loan. Okay, and the government will sell the bond to private individuals, foreign or local. Can be local, can be foreign, by the government bond. Okay. In surplus, we are happy, we have surplus, we will be included in our foreign exchange. So how much is our budget this year, 2015? A, B or C? 320 billion, 220 billion or 120 billion? What do you think of our economy? Cheng, any guess? Which one is our bill, 2015?
120.
We are at 220 billion this year. Plus, last month, the table in the parliament to increase for additional budget 30 million. So this year is 250 million. Why the Prime Minister asking for 30 million more? It's due to the export tax. export tax for petroleum decrease. Why? Last year, petroleum per barrel is in the world market is 120 US dollar per barrel. Now it's only 50 USD per barrel. Meaning that income for petroleum export tax will decrease by almost 50%. Okay, we are exporting country for petroleum, right? Petronas export petroleum to overseas. So export, since the price of petroleum is decrease, means tax also decreases. When tax decreases, less income to government. Less income to government means surplus deficit also increase. So they need extra money. Any question? So you as a manager not only be aware the day-to-day operation of your business, but also you should be aware of the macroeconomy of the country and also of the world. If your product, the product life cycle is that you start a business, you are selling to the local market, right? And then you are selling to the next state. If you start in Kuala Lumpur, you're selling your product to Kuala Lumpur, and then you're selling your product to Selangor, and then you sell your product to Perak and Melaka and Negeri Sembilan, and then you sell your product to the whole Peninsula Malaysia, and then you sell your product to Sabah and Sarawak, Singapore, Brunei, and then you are going your product to export to China, to Vietnam, to US, international product, right? So your products have been gone to all over the world. So when the economy of the world is going down, it's going to slow, your export is going to slow down also, right? So that's why you need to very sensitive to the about economic for the whole world. Okay. In 1997, we have a currency crisis. In fact, the economy of the Asian countries, especially started with Thailand and then Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, blah blah blah. And then in 2008, started economic recession crisis in the United States. Then go to Europe, go to Greece, also go to Japan and little bit our country also. So now it's affected all over the world, like a virus, right? Virus in the internet, affect your not only your PC but also your laptop, and then now your smartphone is contagious. It can spread all over the world with the technology in a short period of time. I've mentioned that we, in our economy, we have been in deficit for past 5 years. It means that our debt is increasing. Our debt is increasing. So there is a threshold, or where there is a limit where how a country can borrow. For our case, when it's set up by the Bank Negara and the Parliament, our debt, our national debt, should not be more than 55% of our gross domestic product. Our gross domestic product is our national income. Our GDP is gross domestic product. For individuals, what is your salary lah? Salary per month. What is your salary per year? Let's say 60,000. So your debt cannot be more than 55%. Kalau sekarang bank ni dia kira katakanlah you punya gaji 4,000, lepas your debt cannot be more than separuh daripada dia punya salary. That's 2,000. You bayar credit card, housing loan, car loan, 2,000. So you cannot be, if you apply for more loan, they kira that your monthly payment is let's say 3,000, your salary is 4,000, they say oh cannot be passed lah. But ini that's the example lah. So for our country is 55%. What happen if we have more than 55%? Of course lah, economic crisis. There's going to be a bad loan. If you want to issue, if our government, government want to issue loan, then the interest will be high because it's risky. It's in terms of risky, it's riskier than other country because your loan is 55% of your GDP. So the one who want to purchase, to buy the bond, will say that can Malaysian pay their loan, pay their bond, the interest? So the interest will be high. The higher the risk, then the higher the interest rate. Okay. This is happened in Greece. In Greece, after they have a European currency, euro dollars, their debt is 70% of the GDP. What happened? Almost bankrupt lah. The country can go bankrupt. When that country can go bankrupt, what happened? They have to sell the public asset lah, public property. You jual hospital, you jual you punya. It's not the way. So that is not good. That is not good. So don't live beyond your means. Don't live beyond your means. Even a country can go bankrupt. For example, Greece. Greece, the debt, national debt is 70%. To pay for the government salary, to pay for policemen, to pay for firemen, to pay for everything, they have to rely on that. This is not good. So work hard, produce more. Don't get lavish. We earn 1,000, so just spend around that figure. Don't go more for that, more than that. Okay, any question? So public is public sector accounting is basically is to control the public fund, so that all the asset can be used for the benefit of the people, and they are not the profit oriented, so they should be services oriented to the people for the benefit, for the comfortable life of the people. And all the report that they produce must be easily understood by the public, by the common people. Don't produce a report that is confusing the people. Kan? If you cannot explain, or this is one theory lah kan, if cannot explain or convince them, then confuse them. In the report, you cannot convince the audience, then confuse them. That's not the way. Okay, any question? If you cannot beat them, join them. Joe, student, any question? No. Okay. Good. Second topic that I want to talk is what I call it a pricing policy or strategy. This is also sometimes in the past the exam is attached to the costing, like marginal costing and absorption costing question. So in parts B or part C, sometimes they ask what I analyze is they ask you about the pricing. So how you are going to price your product, how much you are going to charge. Actually, yes, if you look at the pricing, it's not so complicated. We have learned how to calculate cost based on marginal costing. We have tried to calculate cost based on full costing, then some absorption costing. Actually, there is more activity-based costing, blah blah blah. So, we have many types of techniques of costing used by the management. But actually, it's come to a very basic. With makcik, makcik goreng pisang apa ke. How they going to charge a piece of fried banana goreng pisang? And this banana is the price is up and down, and then it's very small, cut into small pieces. So we are going, how they are going to charge you? Or keropok lekor, thin slices, jual. How they are going to charge you? Are they going to use marginal costing or full costing? So there are two techniques. What we call in the management is a full costing. What you do is just calculate all your costs, how much it cost you. Let's say you buy 10 kilo of banana, it costs you 40 ringgit. Your cooking oil is 5 ringgit. Your gas is 10 ringgit. So your cost is, let's say, 70 ringgit. So when you sell this fried banana, goreng pisang, it must be more than 70 ringgit, right? So let's say I want 100 lah. So making a markup or margin of 50 ringgit. So this is one way. You know your cost, and you plus whatever you want. You want 30 ringgit, 40 ringgit, 50 ringgit, 60 ringgit, 70 plus 60 ringgit, 130. So that's how you. This is what they call full costing. Simple lah. Makcik goreng pisang pun boleh gunakan. Isn't it? Okay. The keropok lekor cost you 80 ringgit. Our margin of 80 ringgit also. You sell for 160 ringgit. By hook or by crook, you want to get 160 ringgit. You make profit. Full costing. The second one is you go to your competitors. Kan? Pakcik sebelah sana jual 50 sen. So you pun jual 50 sen. Isn't it? Very simple. Look at the competitors. How much is the competitor charge for the same product like you do, and set a price. Isn't it? Kalau malah nak fikir lah, apa malah tengok je lah si Pak Ali tu jual berapa, dia jual 50 sen, kita pun jual 50 sen. Okey lah, kita nak bagi. This is the trick. If you want to attract more customer, give discount lah, 45 cent lah, or 40 cent. So this is the simple pricing strategy. And this pricing strategy actually is there is no specific rule, or there is no correct way how to charge your product. It's very subjective. Very dynamic. If you are selling a car, you're selling a Proton BLM, Proton Saga. So we are looking at, if you are a dealer, you know the cost price you bought from Proton production line is how much? Putting your just adding your commission, your overhead, then you get a one price, isn't it? Okay, you can do that, or you can compare to the competitors. How much Product charge for their, maybe it's not the same product, but it's in the same class. My-V is how much? Viva is how much? So you just put at your profit margin or your contribution margin there, then you come up with the price. So that is not subjective, and there is no right or wrong ways of pricing policy. But the bottom line is what? At the end of the year, you must making profit out of it, right? And be able to sustain your business. So pricing strategy is about now and also about the future. If you put in too much, too expensive, maybe your customer will go to competitors. So depending on your products, depending of your product, you must price your product reasonably so that customer will come at you. If you are charging a premium price compared to your competitors, you must have a reason. You must have something that can attract the customer to decide to buy your product. If let's say that you are selling this Proton Saga, which is, and the price is, let's say, is almost the same with My-V or Viva or the same category, but you have to add something more services, right? 3 years services, free services for 3 years, unlimited mileage. So pricings not only come to the product, but also to for certain product to the after sales services. So it's not a rigid, it's a subjective. It's the art of the salesman, not only an accountant managing the product, but also from the sales people. So if you are an accountant, so you must work with the salesman. Salesman must work with the accountant how to decide on the product. Accountant normally they are more objective, right? They based on fact and figure. This is my cost, 10,000. Cannot be more, cannot be less, right? But for salesmen, they are very very cheeky, very something strategic lah. Not based on fact on figure, but based on the emotion, based on the PR, kan, relationship with the customer. So these are things that we need to understand as managers, as an accountant. So we cannot be just straightforward based on fact and figure, but but the bottom line, we must make sure that a company must make profit, and the employee must happy, our customer also happy. Okay. For retails business, consumer business like grocery store, like Tesco, Giant, kan, apa lagi, Econ-Safe, they are competing very stiff. The competition is high, right? So every week they send brochures, they send promotion, kan, other product very low price compared to others, kan. Tapi how many that's really fulfill our needs, kan? Only few. When we go to Giant, memanglah yang dia brochure tu very cheap, tapi you don't need it. We don't need that particular product. When the intention is that you go to the store. When you go to the store, bring your children. Maybe some of you tak ada children lagi lah. 3 or 4 children kan. Mula masuk je, mak mau ni, abah mau ni, daddy mau ni, mom mau ni. Instead of buying what you need, you are buying more than your needs. Kan? Accessory dia too much accessory kan, too much. Chocolate lah, apa bottle drink lah, macam-macam. If you cannot control, instead of spending RM1, you're spending double, RM200. Okay, so this is even though it's a pricing stat, maybe they are losing on certain item, but then they are making up in some other items. Okay, so when you answering this question of pricing policy, you must give a example. Let's say if the question is attached with marginal costing or full costing, you talk about it, about the pricing, about the cost, but also you talk about this about this thing that I have mentioned just now also in your notes. Okay, subjective, it's based on your creativity. Part B is based on your understanding of the theory, based on your application of the theory, based on current condition of the issue, and then your experience. Put your experience. So put your experience inside. The degree is that, not a diploma. When you have to list, we have to give example. No, this is you have to give your own opinion. Because we train you for us to at least as to making decision. As a manager, as a supervisor. So we have to make decision. So your decision must be informed and calculated decision. Okay. Any question? No question. How many last week? Siapa tak datang last week? Seorang. So we have one exercise kan, polemic ya. Polemic. How many of you have tried? Okay, you may start trying now. Memang saya agak tak try. No, it's alright. I know you are busy kan, very busy kan. Some of you are working kan, study many assignments kan, no problem. Just try. Work in group is one. Your student dah print kan soalan kan? Ada kan? If no, then you can access through your more portal. Polemic limited. Last class. You can check in the last class punya subfolder.
It's like having a good discussion. How to
Where is Rankini?
Punya cuti ke? Dia dah cuti.
Hello, Encik Ghaffar.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry. For last week assignments, is that the past year questions?
Yeah. No. It's a polemic. In the more portal. Polemic limited.
Okay, thank you.
Go to more portal. 4th April class. There is one file. Polemic limited. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Break-even analysis. Break-even point is given by fixed cost divided by selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So you need to calculate for year 2001, 2002, and 2003. What is the break-even unit?
So this cost we need to go fast.
No, the 2002 is the square one. Where is the fixed cost? Hmm? 55. Okay. Okay. So what is the selling price?
Encik Ghaffar,
Yes.
there is no polymac in the monthly the portal.
Okay, go ahead, Wazir.
I can't find on the portal the polymac questions.
Second.
Jumpa Encik Ghaffar.
Okay, hold a second. Tak jumpa. Is it green? Green ke red ni? Is it green or red? Anybody in more water? No.
Yeah, now what?
Is it green or red?
Now we have.
Now green.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you see it now? Hello.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please try.
So I think we should wait again.
Red again.
Yeah.
Kita ye, kita nampak.
Is it green or?
Last week dah ada green. Kan?
So we'll refresh them.
So, tak apalah, you try punya tu.
Okay.
What is the fixed cost for 2005? 2001. Fixed production overhead 50,000. Other fixed overhead 200,000. So your total fixed cost is 50 lah.
Okay. How is it? Where you are now? Done. How about it, Joyce? Done. That's fine. Yes. You start with mana? Okay. See what is. Oh. Yes. What? How about Johor? How is it? Any question? Your student, any question on the break even? No problem. Public sector accounting is done. Pricing strategy policy is done. Polemic limited. Okay.
Right, Pal? Ni, siap dah. Okay, boss. Done. Right, Pal? Where are you?
Sudah ni. Okay. 5 more, 10 more minutes.
It's gone. Chance is gone.
What happened in my chat here? Jadi, semua.
Okay, so what is break-even? Break-even is to find out how much sales that we have, how much contribution that we have made to cover up our fixed costs. Our fixed cost is whether we produce or we are not producing, the cost still incurred. So, in order for us as a managers to define, to identify how much sales that we have to make to cover this fixed cost is the point is when the total quantity of sales will cover all of our fixed costs is what is called as a break-even point. Okay, so fixed cost is equal to our sales price minus variable cost times the quantity. So the quantity here is what we call as a break-even point is fixed cost over our sales price minus variable cost. So we need to find out our sales price per unit and our variable cost unit, then we identify the quantity that need to be sold in order for us to break even. Balik modal. So for 2000, we are required to calculate our break-even point for 2001, 2002, and 2003. So we can use a tabular form here, which is we have done for the past few weeks. We use a tabular form. Our total fixed cost for 2001 is 250,000. How we get this 250,000? Rajpal? Siapa dah boleh dapat 250,000 fixed cost for 2001?
100% plus fixed production overhead.
250 plus
200 plus 50.
200 plus 50. 200,000 plus 50,000 to 250,000. What is our unit selling price? It's given, right? Unit selling price is given 130. What is our unit variable cost? Josh, how we get 110 for 2001? variable cost for 2001. Variable cost per unit. Shane, can you help her? How get 110? Yeah, 110.
Direct material
Direct material how much?
50,
Direct material 50 plus direct labor 30
plus 10 plus 5 plus 50.
plus 10 plus 5
and 15.
plus 15. So 100 and what is 10?
Variable production
Variable production 5
direct expenses,
direct expenses and 15
variable sales.
variable sales 110. So don't confuse, this time around we want to calculate our total variable cost because we want to apply into our selling price. So bukan kita nak kira marginal cost saja ni. So we include, that's why we include variable sales also. Okay, because we want to calculate the contribution to sales. That's why we got 110. Okay, so break-even point is 12,500. So you have to show working in this example. My example here, I just straight to give you the break-even point. So you must show your calculation. So the break-even for 2001 is the fixed cost is 250,000. So the break-even is 250,000 divided by 130 minus 110, which give you 12,500. So this 12,500 is number of units, not in terms of pounds or ringgit or dollars. So this is the quantity that you have to sell in order for you to cover your fixed cost, which is 250,000. So by hook or by crook, you have to sell 12,500 units. Then you will cover your fixed cost. Ada profit tak? No profit. Just you can operate without profit. You can operate without profit. For 2012, how you get 275 for fixed cost? 50 plus 220. Baru 270. Oh, 55 plus 20, 275. So in your working, you should show how you get the break-even point is 26,190.48. Arithmetically, the units that need to be produced for production is 26,190.48, right? But in practical, how much you should produce? 26,191. Takkan you nak, kalau you produce, jual kereta separuh saja, cannot kan? So you have to sell 26,191. Even though arithmetically is correct, you have 0.48, but then practically you cannot sell 0.48 units. Boleh tak cepat? Kereta 0.48 units. Macam mana nak jual? Jual tayar saja dengan enjin, no body. Cannot. So in your answer here, when you give this is calculation, you should mention that the break-even point for year 2002 is 26,191, not 26,190.4, no 48. Okay, for 2003, total fixed cost Joyce, how you get the fixed cost is 275? Okay. And your break-even point is 42,307.69. So again, we cannot have 0.69 units. So your break-even point when you mention in your answer should be 42,308 units, not 0.69. We cannot sell 0.69 units. We have to sell in a rounding figure. Okay. As you can see here, the break-even point is decreasing exponentially, not a linear. Not a linear. Linear is like this. Linear is like this, but exponent is like this. Okay. So can you draw a graph? The requirement is to draw a graph. What is the requirement? Oh, okay, to calculate the net profit for each year. So all the calculation must be on the original labor cost. Must be on the original labor cost. Original labor cost. So these are what I've given. This one from my tabular form also. I think it's much easier for me to understand and to explain to you. For year 2001, given is quantity that needs to be produced is 50. 50,000 50, and the unit price is 130 pounds, giving you a total of 6,500 pounds. Direct material is, these all are given 50 for direct materials, direct labor is 30, variable production is 10, direct expenses is 5, variable sales overhead is 15. All this you must multiply by the total of, say, which is 50, giving you a total of variable sales overhead is 5,500 pounds. Okay, 6,500 minus 55, you a contribution of 1,000. We deduct from here our fixed cost, production cost, and overhead cost, given is 250. So our net profit for 2001 is 750,000. 750,000. $750,000. Any question here? So for 2001, our net profit is 750,000. So you must be aware that the question asks you to calculate the net profit based on the original labor cost, not on the what is mentioned in part B of the question, which telling us that the labor cost, which is going to be increased twice as the rate of inflation, which is in 30 pounds per hour for in 2002 and 35 pounds per hour for 2003. This is assumption in direct labor cost, but in the question asking you to make our calculation based on the original labor cost. So original labor cost for 2003 for all years 2001, 2002, 2003. Okay, for 2002, the net profit is 271,000. Any questions? Ada tak? And for 2003, the profit is 69,500. 69,100. Any question? So when you answer this question, you can either using a tabular form like this, or you can use a for 2001 and then 2002 is on the bottom part. You can use another method as long as it's uniform. As long as uniform. Sometimes maybe students make mistake when you put in 2002 the labor cost is of 31.50, you put 33, right? It's as long as you show your working, your mark will only be deducted for using this 30,000. So your net profit still correct. You don't need that as well. That's why it's important for you to show your working. Buat satu mistake bukan di penalize the whole things, no. They are not going to penalize you for simple mistake and the rest is wrong, no. So that's why it's important for you to show your working. Okay, for break-even chart 2002. Break-even chart, so your vertical axis should be your term of pound, and then your horizontal axis is in term of units. So this is the total cost. Fixed cost is here, plus your variable cost is here. That's why your total cost is direct linear relationship with the unit of production. Okay. Our fixed cost actually is, regardless of unit produced, our fixed cost is here, isn't it? Which is for 2002 is at what is our figure there? 275. So if we draw our fixed cost line, it will be 275, regardless of our unit of production. Okay, our fixed cost is 275,000, but every variable cost is here. When we start produce, then our variable cost also increase. So this variable cost plus fixed cost. The variable cost actually start here, kan? Zero production, no variable cost, isn't it? Okay, this is our fixed cost is here. No, sorry, our variable cost. And then our sale is here. Our sale is here. Okay, the point where sales line across a variable, a total cost is what we call the break-even. So we need to find out where. What is the quantity here? Okay. What is the quantity here to cover our fixed cost? So in this example, in this question, for 2002, our break-even point is 26,190. 90 ke 91 sepatutnya? 91. This is very important. Okay, so when you draw your graph, it's not necessarily to be accurate, but then what you need to show is the total sales line total cost line, and then where the line crossing, and then you should show your break-even point. Okay. Each level giving you point, giving you marks. Okay. Any question? Fasi asking you to advise the management because the labor union, the labor unions, the trade unions asked to increase the wages. So you as an accountant, how you are going to advise the top management regarding the trade union request? Okay, based on the information that you have in hand, based on part A, and especially the net profit. So, based on the information that you have in hand, how we are going to advise your top managers? What figure you are going to see? The trade union are asking for 2002 the labor hour to increase from 31.5 pound to 33, right? Isn't it? And then for 2003, they are asking for 35 pounds per hour, isn't it? So even with this figure, what you can see is there is a significant reduction in net profit, isn't it? Very significant reduction in net profit. 750, almost 60% is gone. Okay? And then it's further down to 70, 69.9, 69,000, which is another decrease in very significant in net profit. So if you allow the increment of the labor cost in 2002 and 2003, what happened? Our profit is maybe you are going to make any profit. Yes, plug in the figure here instead of 30 to 35, and you get it. So the profit is significantly decreasing. So, what is your advice, Rajpal, to top management? Either increase sale or
decrease the labor cost.
Okay, decrease labor, increase sale, increase sale, decrease labor, decrease cost lah. Okay. But the trade union is asking for more. Kan? So you have to convince the top management how to deal with this situation. Sang, what is your advice to top managers? You want a job or you want to increase salary? Because if you want to increase salary, then our coming man cannot make it. We are going to lose. Maybe this year we can stand, but next year, how about next year? You can increase your salary, but the company cannot pay. Okay? Because why? Because we are making work. We are losing money. When you are losing money, you don't have cash. The important things in business is cash flow management, right? Cash budgeting. Even though we are making profit, but cash is not coming, what happened? Cannot pay salary, kan? Cannot pay supplier, cannot pay utilities. At the end of the day, what happened? Supplier doesn't supply you goods. Employee doesn't want to go to work. No production, no sales. Kan? So maybe we don't have it will affect our cash flow management. So you must advise the top managers we cannot afford. So we have to properly tackle our employee. We cannot afford. So we have to take a measure of, like Achpal said, increase sales. Either increase sales or decrease costs. So there are some other options. Costs like overhead, variable sales, overhead, direct expenses. That all this can be analyzed little bit more, and maybe it could be reduced. Okay? Cost could be reduced until certain level. At certain point of level, cost cannot be reduced anymore. So you have to increase sales. In business, it's like that. Decrease cost, but until certain level, you cannot reduce anymore. Okay. So no point. There is no way out. Increase sales. Itu sajalah. You have to play within this margin. Limitation of break-even analysis. One is changes in one cost could alter the other cost. For example, change in sale price could decrease the sale quantity, which eventually will reduce total sales. Kalau kita nak increase sales price macam tadi kan, you're talking about a pricing policy, we have to look at the competitors. Increase sale volume is either increase sale price or increase quantity kan, increase volume. Ada one lah, either one. Kalau sales price cannot be increased, then you have to increase quantity. Itu saja. Okay. Different product mix also change the fixed cost differently with the different effect of each product. We have seen for the ice cream kan last time when the product tak ingat saya apa tu, between king and crown, isn't it? Yeah, king and crown. So product mix. So we have to see. This product mix give you a different contribution. If you want to increase sales, increase volume, capacity of volume. Volume of product. If the volume of sales increase, quantity of sales increase, then production must also increases. But production increases means maybe you have to hire a new machine, rent a new machine. Maybe you need more salesperson. Maybe you need more warehouses. You need more vehicle to transport your production to the customer. So this is means that it's not fixed. Fixed cost until certain volume it need to be increases. Kan? Katakanlah with this fixed cost, you can hold 10,000 units for a rental of one warehouse. But then if you want to produce 20,000, you need another warehouse. So this analysis is only at a certain level of production. Then when there is additional production, the fixed cost, and the analysis of the break-even need to be done one more time. The break-even point will be different. Right? Okay, any question? So here for limited, saya klik hijau. Sudah hijau? Is it green? Green lah. Okay, we have 20 minutes to talk about your assignment. Supposedly you should have your draft available for me to check lah. You have seminggu saja lagi kan? 2 minggu lah to complete. But anyway, if you want me to check your assignment, just email to me. My email is abdrasip@gmail.com. So far only one. George has emailed me. I give you. I think I have give comments. George, nama jangan lupa. Okay. Uh, for your analysis, you should include your, your findings. They say, what the first industry you have, food and beverages industry. This is your industry. What is the company? They say you have KFC, you have apa lagi? Pizza Hut, you have what else? Domino's Pizza. So first you have to have a summary of your balance, your financial statement. Let's say for this is a balance sheet.
Sir, how to find the summary of financial online?
Online just type lah KFC ke annual report.
Okay, it's not annual report.
You can find online for public listed company kan. Normally dia ada online lah.
Nanti dia keluar audit report. Audit full report.
Full report. Annual report lah biasa. Annual report. This is for limited company lah. Dia ada biasa limited company. Or berhad. Kalau semian berhad, tak ada lah. They are not required to publish. Semian berhad, if you want to find, you go to SSM. Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia. Fee RM10 kot. If I'm mistaken lah. So if you want to free, but this annual report normally is come with all other report lah. Banyak gambar gitu gini kan. So dia punya cerita industri apa yang kita berjaya apa benda kan. So this is into the, because it's a report to the shareholders and all the interested parties. So you have to look at the financial statement, which is the income statement and then balance sheet. Okay. And then you also look at the dividend report. Dividend. Right? Because for you to get your EPS earning per share, what is their dividend policy? Okay. So let's say it's an income statement. You list lah. What is the income? Then what is the expenditure? Just take the important one lah. Just take the important one. And then the balance sheet, the asset, KFC berapa, Pizza Hut berapa, Domino's Pizza berapa, contohnya lah So with this, later have been tabulated like this, then you can find the ratio. Find the performance measure. Let's say current is a liquidity ratio. Right. So you can calculate KFC. But liquidity ratio is a current asset minus over current liabilities. Blah is the ratio. Okay. So we have this one. After that, you can you do the analysis. Analysis in one paragraph, in another your finding. So make a discussion and your analysis. Current ratio. From the table, for example, KFC, you tahu berapa, and then Pizza Hut. Okay, and then you make your analysis. KFC is better in terms of compared to Pizza Hut or Domino's Pizza in terms of current ratio. Okay. So by doing this tabular format, you can easily see the performance for each company. They are asking you in your assignment for 2 industry, right? So next you do with another industry. They say retail. Then you have another set, Tesco, Giant, Conceal. Okay. Same thing, you do your analysis. For each industry, you have to make a conclusion. Conclusion. From your opinion, which company is performing well? So you can.
Ghaffar,
Yes.
do we need to put details, the company backgrounds, maybe like some example like a Pizza Hut, maybe it's a manufacturing tools and then start the incorporate.
Yes, you can. Yes, but 2 or 3 sentences only lah. Otherwise, your assignment can be up to 20 pages. 1 or 2 sentences lah if you have to explain about the company. If you do this way, easily lah, 3,000 words is easy lah. If you explain one company way, to details, then can go up to 20 pages. Okay? Any question? So hopefully by next week, I can see a draft from you lah. Draft from you. Even though if you don't have the figure, but I want to see the format. Okay? If you don't have the company or whatever, or you don't have the figure here, but at least you have in mind what company you want to analyze. Whether you get it or not is different story. But I want to see the format. At least you have the framework to work with it. Kan? Dah ada lah draft, kan? That's why we call draft. Framework. Chassis. Ini kalau apa pun tak ada, tak nampak bayar kan? What in your mind, I cannot see in your mind. So I want you to transfer it, to put it on paper. So I can at least have a feeling this is you have done your work. Okay. Just focus. I think for 2 or 3 days you can complete. Focus. Take the time. Kalau tak fokus, you tak jadi lah. Nanti tak jadi. Okay. Any further question? We have 2 more weeks, yeah. 6 May, Rajpan. 9 May. 9 May. Now it's 11. Okay lah, boleh huri-huri lagi lah. Joyce dah senang hati lah, dia dah siap lah, at least lah. Okay, final exam. I will upload the answer for final exam, especially on the part A. Answer, sample answer for passing question, not the coming question. For the passing question, especially part A, from time to time before your final is in June, right? So it's a month and a half. So if you need my assistant or you need to clarify something, just email me so that I can help you lah. But I will upload into more portal the answer, suggest the answer. This is from my notes. So please check your more portal from time to time, okay? Because I will upload it question by question. For part B, I think we have discussed in class. What we have discussed is so far is like a public accounting, SWOT analysis, break-even analysis, tadi apa lagi, pricing policies. Most of it in the part B is the subjective side. Okay. Okay. Any question? So hopefully I'll see your draft coming to my email by next week. If you want to call, you also can call me lah, from 9 to 5. Okay?
So I want to ask, because your comments include the income statement on the balance sheet, I also want to submit the both, is it?
The original one.
The original one.
I think kalau you want to put original masuk, it's too big a file. Cannot lah. You just give the apa nama summary like this. Table form. Kan yang you calculate kan? I think it's okay dah, fine dah. Kalau you nak bagi dia tu as a reference, no, cannot. It's not possible. Sebab online kan, you have to submit online kan. You remember, then nanti you problem to upload. Too big, the file is too big. Okay? Thank you. Hopefully you will done good in your assignment and good luck for your final exam. I'll see you around.
So I don't understand how to push. So the name I use for you.
Not your.
I use the
No, you say.
sector, complex sector.
Okay, sector can be industry lah, but sector is not company. What I understand, in your industry we are going to several companies in different industry, not different industry in different sector. Because in your sentence there it looks like you are comparing industry in a different sector. What do I looking is a company in a different industry. I mean, one industry, three company, another industry, three companies. Just your sentence lah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I understand. You just ni lah, this one right? Good. Okay, ke depan kita kena ikut komen. Kita nama ada tadinya, ni kita jangan nak ni lah, ada lah. Okay, we just straightforward saja. Di akademik macam tu, dia tak berapa. Nanti tak payah you stand ikut because you have to use APA style kan. Dia tak ada, dan you kena nanti jadi gelap lah apa kan. Kena jangan bingung-bingung, tak ada. However, the investor can make comparison among the industry in the particular sector. Industry and sector is the same. So, among companies in a particular industry or sector, that's what I put. Okay? Among companies in the particular sector or industry. Okay.
to measure calculation juga kan. Tapi you must apa nama the balance sheet income statement. Yeah, this lah. You expect from the annual report tu kan. So dia just we apa report balik lah sini. This balance sheet. Maybe this one is you put on a apa nama balance sheet and statement part in the table. Table. Tapi your calculation you letaklah di sini, but this is your analysis. Okay, your measure performance ni macam sales data, you must apa nama formula. Dia beritahu macam our slide punya notes kan. So the ratio is what? You just mentioned.
So the link I just mentioned, just list out for the formula, then the video is
Detail. Okay. Okay, from this what we have to do, then when you have BAAC, so your analysis should be straightforward. Maybe set yang atas tu liquidity ratio, BP berapa, apa nama satu BP berapa, BG berapa. What do you think about this current? Make a conclusion. The ratio BP is better than BG for example. Because the fact that the figure is bigger.
So I must compare with you.
Compare. Okay. So just straightforward lah. Kalau approach shortcoming ni you in term of kalau you nak discuss you can also in term of approach yourself or this one also can lah. Okay, conclusion ni you kena beritahu BC and BG difference better due to the fact what you're looking at the PS for example, integration because BG is better than
I compare first, then which one's better?
which one is better for your student. If I'm not mistaken, the assignment asking us to for investor right? So investor so have what base or what fact that investor need to make the decision. So this fact is for which is better than for example lah. So your table you must letak list of table lah here. List of table for reference list of table. So the table is your balance sheet income statement. For reference, you ada list of table.
Just list out the table.
List out and beri dah the table tu. You letak table tu. Do balance sheet tadi. Balance sheet and income statement. This is your
Calculation.
This is your calculation between your analysis, but the
I just copy the table inside here.
But the table is your balance, your interest, your financial statement lah for BT and BG. Then another two for Facebook and sales fee. Faham?
Saya terus ambil itu statement, itu income statement, terus copy saja betul. Terus copy dan taruh dekat
Ya,
kamu.
list of table betul. Bawah sekali. Tapi you tengok file dia, you nak from the original ke you just re-type balik? Kalau it's too big then your file too big nanti.
Saya boleh cut.
You have masa you want me to check
Jadi saya tulis table untuk table of
balance sheet.
balance sheet saja macam tu saja.
Yes.
After Terus saya buka, I will research again.
Okay. You have to get the name, ah.
Okay.
You have to buka, ah.
Okay. 我今天在这里人是，我今天在这里人
不能，他本身是书嘛，
我去年我去看了些什么？
什么书店都可以，还是只是我觉得
什么书店都可以，看有没有人来做老师，做老师。
很方便。